how to mute the negative voice inside your head. Imagine carrying a radio that never stops playing. Some days it inspires you. Other days it whispers, "You're not good enough. You'll fail. Why even try?" The surprising truth is that almost everyone experiences this inner voice. Psychology refers to it as negative self-talk. And research shows that when it becomes repetitive and unquestioned, it can increase stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. The goal is not to destroy this voice. The goal is to stop giving it the microphone. The first secret is understanding where the voice comes from. Your brain evolved to detect danger before opportunity. This survival mechanism, known as the negativity bias, helped our ancestors stay alive. Today, however, the same system often mistakes uncertainty for catastrophe. The benefit of recognizing this is that you stop believing every fearful thought as if it were a fact. The challenge is that your brain has rehearsed these mental habits for years, so change requires repetition rather than perfection. One of the most effective evidence-based strategies comes from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Instead of arguing emotionally with the negative voice, examine it like a scientist. When your mind says, "I always fail," ask yourself, what evidence supports this? What evidence contradicts it? Most of the time, the voice speaks in exaggerations rather than facts. The advantage of this method is improved emotional balance and clearer thinking. The downside is that it feels unnatural at first because your brain prefers automatic reactions over deliberate reflection. Another powerful approach is mindfulness. Scientific studies have consistently shown that mindfulness can reduce rumination, stress, and anxiety by teaching people to observe thoughts without becoming trapped inside them. Imagine standing on a riverbank watching leaves float downstream. Each leaf represents a thought. You don't have to jump into the river every time one passes. The reward is greater peace and mental clarity. The limitation is that mindfulness is a skill, not a switch. It grows stronger with regular practice, not overnight. Your environment also controls the volume of your inner voice more than you may realize. Endless scrolling through negative news, constant comparison on social media, or spending time with people who criticize everything can make negative thoughts louder. Replacing some of that input with uplifting conversations, meaningful learning, and supportive relationships gives your brain healthier material to work with. The benefit is a more optimistic perspective. The challenge is that protecting your mental space sometimes means setting boundaries that others may not understand. Finally, remember that your body is the control panel for your mind. Research consistently links regular exercise, sufficient sleep, and balanced nutrition with better emotional regulation and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. An exhausted brain often mistakes temporary discomfort for permanent failure. Caring for your body gives your mind the strength to respond wisely instead of reacting impulsively. The only drawback is that these habits require daily commitment before the results become obvious. Here is the deepest truth. The negative voice inside your head may never disappear completely. Even the most successful people hear it. The difference is that they no longer obey it. Wealth is not measured by how much noise surrounds you, but by how much peace remains within you despite the noise. The moment you realize that you are the listener, not the voice, is the moment you reclaim your freedom. You cannot always choose the first thought that enters your mind, but you can always choose whether it deserves your attention. And that choice, repeated every day, has the power to transform not only your mind, but your entire life.